and look at this. Wow. I don't think we're driving through that, but we're gonna find a detour around. I just want to get out and show you guys this, and I'm gonna put some marking ribbon up around this. So somebody has gone through here, probably someone with a Jeep. They definitely bottomed out right there, but if that guy's doing that kind of stuff, he probably has really good skid plates. That's a pretty cool rock. Look at that. So this is a pretty big washout. What happened here was apparently this culvert is maybe clogged, but it definitely couldn't handle the water, and it just went across the road. And it being a dirt road, it washed out pretty easily. So this is actually not that big of a drop, but I am not going to go over that. I know a quick detour around. So is the pipe just undersized? Let's see. I don't see a blockage at all. I just see maybe one stick in there. Take a look at the stream bed. It's really nice, the moss lining it. You can tell this whole woods was underwater. This thing flooded so badly. I'm climbing down here because I want to take a better look at the pipe. Wow, look at the drainage ditch. This whole thing was underwater. Yeah, there's like one thing in there. There's just only one thing in there. I just want to try to get that out of there. Is this thing? Nope. Not going to let me stay in there. Kinda. It's gonna kind of let me stay in there. I just want to knock these out of the way, let them pass through the pipe so they can't cause any more blockage. I can just grab that guy. There we go. And the one I was standing on, let's give it a kick so it doesn't cause a problem. Let it go right through the pipe. Go, go, go. We're gonna race it. We're gonna race it. We're gonna race it. Plowing through the bush. We're gonna race it. There's those other ones. Oh, there it comes. That was kind of cool. Hey everyone, today is May 23rd, 2023, and we're here to do an update on some of the washouts that we filmed only a couple weeks ago. So, we came out a few weeks ago and we were the first vehicle, apparently, because no one else had marked it. They have since taken down a lot of my ribbons, and look at this, it's fixed. This was a giant void, not as big as the void I'm about to go ahead and show you a couple more miles down the road, but still. This road was taken out. You could definitely get through it with a raised truck, Jeep, something like that. I didn't go through it though. This right here is where the water was going right through. See how it looks like a riverbed right on through? This didn't wash out. I can tell by the plant growth. It was just going down on top of this. But the water going down this wall may have dug. No, it did not undermine the wall. Everything's good. So what happened was, simply, there was so much flow, the culvert just couldn't handle it. It wasn't clogged. It just couldn't handle it. They actually build a lot of roads like this on purpose. They want the culvert to be a little bit into the hill, not at the lowest spot. Because in the event like this, where it can't handle it, they would rather it take out the road here, where they can simply just patch it. They probably were able to do this with their, I don't know if it was a grader. It looks like a grader, maybe also an excavator, and only a couple dump trucks worth. Very simple job. Now, if it washed out there, like if the pipe was right here, now they're probably gonna have to go looking for that pipe to get it out of the woods. Most likely gonna need replacement. The cost of the job just quadrupled. And it may not be a one-day project either. They also made a little water bar right there. This drainage ditch really needs to be dug out. It's almost non-existent, but that's a little start. You can see all the sediment here that it deposited when this was all going underwater. And look at this, just a little trickling stream. When we came out, it was not at capacity at all. We could see all this beautiful moss on the edges of the stream I highlighted. And here it goes, zero clog. Thought it'd be pretty interesting to do an update today. Finally growing leaves here in Maine. And now we're gonna head on down the road. I don't have to take a detour this time, the road's fixed. Now the next one I can almost guarantee they fixed it, but it's gonna be a little bit more tricky because it involved two culverts. I'm thinking, and I'm predicting right now, before we even go there, they probably just filled it in like this and they left the secondary pipe, which was up, and they probably didn't touch it looked like a 6, maybe 8 foot diameter pipe that was 60-70% filled with sediment. I'm gonna guess they probably didn't even dig that one out, because that's what they did the past couple of years. That thing has washed out every year for the past 3 years, probably more than that I know of. But we're gonna go take a look at it. First, I gotta wash my hands off. It doesn't look like much, but the mud I touched while fishing a skid plate out of a drainage ditch, because I was curious in it, it really stunk. I just wanted to take a quick look down below. Yeah, they probably had to put in like 2 feet of new fill. Just want to take a look at the pipe now that it's not that high. It's kind of interesting with this big rock right here. It looks like everything's in good shape. No holes at all going through that pipe. Looks perfect. I think I just found a free bottle of water. Maybe it was dropped by the road crew. Now here's a clip of the next washout before we arrive. All right, everyone, based on the road, there's no other tracks. I think I'm the first vehicle down here since the massive rainstorm we had a couple days ago, combined with snow melt. And look what we got, can't go any further. Oh wow, this is a deep, deep washout. Gonna have to hang up some warning ribbons around this, especially before that corner, because some people go flying on these roads, guys that got trucks that can really handle it. Nobody, absolutely no one's getting over this, no matter what vehicle they have. It's just not happening. Unless they're driving a tank. Oh, wow. So, what it looks like to me happened here is, I'm also gonna go down. I don't think I've ever stopped here when it wasn't flooding. Actually, maybe I did. I think I have showed this before. This, I think, is the one that I've mentioned washes out almost every year. It might be, it may not, I'm not exactly sure. There's a couple bad spots on this road, but I'm trying to figure out, and I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna walk down in the river. There might be 2 pipes here, but even if there's 2 pipes, look how big this riverbed is. Why are you using a culvert? Just put a bridge here. This happens almost every year. But what I think happened is the river, the pipes couldn't handle it, so the water kind of backed up. It's just bashing against this rock retaining wall, washing out soil, and it just goes right through. I don't think these pipes are rusted out. I don't think that is the contributor to this. Oh, and the clog definitely didn't help it either. Look at that, it just went right underneath the pipe. Is there 2 pipes? If there's 1, that is ridiculous. Look at the size of this riverbed. This thing didn't carve itself a new valley anytime recent. There's barely any erosion. I'm not seeing another pipe. I want to take a look on the other side. Maybe we'll see something there, or who knows, maybe there's a culvert down in the woods. Don't want to walk too close to this. You don't know where it could be hollow. It's definitely hollow there, so I'm not gonna jump down, and because I could fall through anywhere there if I tried walking down. I don't know. I don't think there's another pipe. I'm just looking for a potential safe way to get across, because you don't know where this could possibly sink. Where I'm standing now could be hollow underneath. You really don't know. But I have a feeling there's only 1 pipe here. But it is positioned kind of high. Although, now that it's going underneath, that riverbed could have lowered itself, eroding some rocks. Rivers are powerful. Some of the bigger rivers move rocks in the wintertime and spring thaw. They're like half the size of a car. All right, so oh, I see a way across that log. No, I'm not gonna do that. This is a bad one. If you guys can't tell by depth, that's at least 4 feet right there. I just stepped down onto the pipe. That thing is not gonna move. I took my chance. So this right here is level with almost up to my chest. So I know it is hollow underneath here somewhere. So I'm just gonna stand on the bigger rocks, which I don't think are gonna move. Yeah, we're good. We're good, but there's definitely water going underneath us. All right. Now we're gonna walk down on this side and see what we may be able to see. I don't think another pipe washed out, because I just think it would have got stuck. I don't think it would have gone super duper far. All right, we're plowing through some trees, getting a little wet. All right. I don't see any kind of culvert pipe down there. No. Oh, I can walk through here with just these boots and back up to the vehicle. It's not flowing nearly as fast downstream. There is a bigger pipe. All right, so we're not in as much danger as I thought where I was just standing. It does have something solid underneath it. That's a giant pipe, and more than half of it is filled in. So maybe that caused it to back up and very well erode. That was a later addition because they realized it couldn't handle it. Unfortunately, I actually think I used up all my marking tape at that last washout. So I'm gonna have to improvise here. I have a bright pink box from a 12-pack of strawberry soda. I'm gonna jam a stick in the ground and just leave that box on top of it. I think that's the best I can do now. I need to start carrying marking tape when I'm out on these roads. A ton of it, I mean. I gotta stop coming out with just a couple rolls, because this season, you go through a roll or two a day. All right, so someone's driving down this road now, and that washout's right around the corner. This road's in pretty good shape, so somebody could be going a good rate of speed. Before they make the entire corner, they're gonna find this pink box on a stick, and hopefully that catches their attention enough. I jammed it in the ground pretty deep. Hopefully that draws their attention. Now, this sign right here is for the snowmobile trail. I think I'm gonna borrow one of those just to put it in front of the actual blockage, because I don't want someone falling into it. I have to improvise while I'm out here. I am just really trying to save someone from falling into this in the middle of the night, because believe it or not, this in the middle of the night, especially with rain, somebody might not see that and they could literally go into it. One time I was on one of these roads and my ribbons across the road actually saved me in the middle of the night when I was going pretty fast, because I didn't remember what road it was. My own ribbons actually saved me on one of these roads. But next mud season, 100%, I should have a better truck with a lot more space. I'm gonna carry a whole bunch of wooden sticks, a mallet, a bunch of plastic signs I can write things on, and I'm gonna start putting signage up. Like, if I had a bunch of signs, I'd take a Sharpie and I put a sign at the beginning of this road saying, washout this many miles, because I'd record the mileage back to the actual intersection where this road branched off, so people don't waste their time coming all the way down here and hoping people don't fall into a hole. And everyone, here we are, arriving on scene. I wonder if they did anything. This road is still in very bad shape. Mud season is still kind of underway. Let's see. So this is where I put that stick with the box on it, and I see the box over there. Oh, they did not fix this one yet, but they reused the pole. So if you guys remember this video, we had to improvise here. We used up all our marking tape at the last one, so this marking tape is not mine. Someone else did this stuff. And see this? They try with rocks. They had the same problem I had. You just can't jab it in the road. The road was just too sturdy. Provided by the state of Maine. And right there, that's the pole that I marked it with. I stole that snowmobile trail sign and just jammed it right here so nobody could, you know. Now, what is this? Did somebody actually drive across this weirdness? Look at this. Maybe an ATV. Maybe. So they're probably just going to fill this in and say, good enough. So down there, there's a giant culvert. It looks like it might be just an old thick metal non-corrugated pipe, or it may also be a reused diesel tank. Down there, it has like a 6, 7, something diameter like that, really low down. And this pipe up above only runs when that one can't handle it. That one, like I said, is like 60% filled in. So most likely, they're just going to fill this thing over the top. Not really any harm in that, but it will just keep washing out. I don't know why they keep putting up with this. They should just put a bridge in. They should put a bridge in. Now, this stuff looks like it was recently rearranged. I'm going to have to look at the older footage. Now, when we came, were all these sticks jammed in there? I can't remember. The water may have been higher where we couldn't notice it. But they've definitely got some work to do. You can't even see the entrance of that lower pipe. They really should just replace this with a bridge. There was another washout up here that kept happening year after year just like this, and it now has a nice bridge. Is that a tent caterpillar, the invasive species? I'm not sure. But not done yet. I'm sure this will be done by the next time we come out here. I actually just marked behind me 2 job sites I was going to come back to later in the week. A couple major clogs. You know, I'm marking them today because I wanted to figure out exactly what I had to do for myself in the area. And, well, I'm going to go back and get those 2 jobs done now that we can't come down here, because we'll never make it to the other side of this. That detour would take like 4 hours. So, yeah, I'm going to get my work done on this side. Then we'll discover on this side tomorrow. And I hope today's update video was interesting, everybody. Thanks for watching, and maybe in a month I'll do an update if there's a bridge. If there's not a bridge, I probably won't make another video. But that would be really cool if they did put a bridge in here. I gotta say, I don't like how they took down my box in the middle of the road and didn't replace it with something before the corner to warn you, because there are guys who will go around that corner at 40 miles an hour in their trucks. But not this time of year, I guess. There's some pretty muddy spots that are just around this next corner, I believe. So you should already be going kind of slow. But even myself, in these little breaks between all the ruts and stuff, I definitely pick up a good amount of speed. Yeah, they have not graded this yet. It's still got all the potholes from mud season. The road is still actually pretty soft. That's why they haven't started repairs yet. It's too soft for them to send log trucks down this section. Definitely is. Yeah, right here. Look at this. This is some pretty good ruts. It has solidified enough. They definitely could do road work at this point. You're not going to sink into it anymore. But you can definitely see what mud season did, the remains of it. We just came down to a dead end where a lot of people eventually make them into campsites. Most of the logging companies don't care about people camping out here, as long as they don't set the fire or the forest on fire that time of year. Because people coming out here using these places, whether it's for hunting, camping, whatever it might be, just exploring, looking for animals to take pictures of, it keeps the roads open from growing in. See, the road I'm on right now, there's a lot of erosion because the drainage ditches aren't really that well improved. They just made the road passable enough so they could log it during the winter when it was frozen. Roads don't have to be in great shape when they're doing stuff like that in the winter. Winter is actually the best time for logging. A lot of people have been asking me that lately. Do loggers stop or slow down in the winter? No, they actually accelerate, because when things are frozen, they don't have to worry about their machinery getting stuck in the swamps. They can go out there more easily. They can get tractor trailers to spots that would usually not be passable in the summer months. They just got to chain them up and they can bring the trucks across certain bodies of water. We don't have any like ice roads going across big lakes that I've ever seen in Maine, but certain things they're able to drive over as the ice can get up to 3 feet thick. Big bodies of water like that. They do have logging ferries, though, in certain spots where they put one log truck on at a time without the tractor. Yeah, you see this section of road right here, they trimmed it because this was probably so overgrown before they started logging in here. Right here at the very end of the road, you can see a truck sank pretty deep at some point. We got another culvert pipe right here I better get out and mark. This one's gonna need replacement. Most likely frost pushed it up throughout the winter. You see it right here? Pushed right up into the road. It's now so high the water can't even get through it. Boom, boom.